Scooch over here and we're gonna give you a call. And here's the deal. You know, I was actually, thinking about this, how the safety and security of having a landline. Yeah, we all have cell phones, but you know what? A landline is something that usually comes free when you get the internet. When you order internet, most people have a landline included with that. But one of the, kind of the annoying things about a landline is, okay, where do you put the base? Is it gonna be in the kitchen? And then, the phone's ringing, everybody go to the kitchen. Not with this one. This is Panasonic, which is our #1 brand. Of course, we've all heard of Panasonic. You get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 handsets at $119.99. The shipping and handling was $10.72. It's absolutely free for this. The Flex pays $24. It is a sale price, unbelievable, but one of my favorite features is that call blocking. You could permanently block or just choose not to pick up the phone because of the talking caller ID. One of the things that happens for me is even if my phone has caller ID, it's not only finding the phone, now I gotta find my reading glasses. It's a two-step process of search. Search and destroy, and then decision make. With 5 handsets and talking caller ID, problem solved. Speaking of problem solved, my good friend Lori Leland is here to solve all our electronic problems. And Lori called me this morning and said, wear your hair straight today. And I said, okay.
Oh, you got that straight hair
memo. I did.
Yes.
It's so funny because I got here and I said, Lori made the same decision I made. I was gonna, it's kind of like raining.
Pouring rain.
I went, it's not gonna last if I curl.
No, this was the right call, I think,
It's a straight hair day for sure.
For sure.
And this is the #1 selling brand.
#1 global leader, and it even says so right here on the box. So take a look at this, #1 global leader. That's what you're getting with Panasonic, and we absolutely love this brand. So many callers have called in over the years and said, you know what, I love my Panasonic phones, had them for 10 years, 15 years. But to be honest, the batteries eventually start to diminish and die off, right? They don't hold a charge as well after about 10 or 15 years. Plus, you might want to get the new fresh features. So that's a great time for you to upgrade and get your next set of Panasonic phones that you can use for the next 10, 15 years or more. But what we love about this, more features than ever before. You are getting big, bright, beautiful backlit screens here. So everything is illuminated. It's easy to see along with all of your buttons.
The buttons are so big too.
They're big, huge, huge buttons.
I love that. Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you,
right?
Panasonic.
So much easier to dial, and everything is illuminated here from the command keys all the way through the numerical keys. So you can see this nice loud speakerphone on here. So it's a really loud phone as well, so you're gonna be able to crank that volume way up, and you're gonna be able to have a great experience, even hands-free. But let's talk about handsets here for a moment, because I know you counted these out, but this is a crazy amount of handsets.
This is the largest configuration we've ever done.
Biggest ever, and what it simply means for you is you're not running for a phone call. And then you made a great point about the talking caller ID, so this is going to clearly enunciate exactly who is calling for you. But take a look at this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 handsets, and then right here on this base station, if you happen to misplace this handset, you've got all of the keys right here on board with a super loud speakerphone for you. So this is a virtual 6th handset that you could be using separately if you misplace this handset. So 6 handsets basically in this incredible, incredible value. The other thing you mentioned, and this is super important, is that empowering feature of call blocking. We don't want to be scammed in our homes. We don't want to get on a phone call with someone who maybe knows a little bit of information and they're trying to get the rest of the info out of you. This happened to my mother lately. They knew a few of her numbers, of her social security number, and they were trying to get the rest out of her.
Oh,
it was
so
frustrating.
There's got to be a level of hell for people that prey on the elderly that are trying to, because I get, and they prey on me, I'm elderly, because there's so much elderly. No, but I'm just saying there's so many scams, and I'm at the point where I say, I have to go to Eddie, is this a scam or is this real? Like I can't even tell anymore.
Yeah.
I just, honestly.
I mean, seriously, they're really good at their jobs, and this is their day job to try to scam people like you and me who are, semi-elderly. But anyway, take a look at this. So you can touch.
I am actually technically a senior citizen. That's really like if you ask anyone, that's
but talking to you, no one would ever believe it. She's so youthful. But that one button right there blocks the names and numbers, 250 of them to be exact, right here. And here's the beauty and the magic of this call blocking button, not just empowering, potentially saving your seniors from being scammed or having having to put up with some phone calls they don't want to have to deal with, they're going to be able to block the call as the call is coming in. So with that talking caller ID, if it's announcing the call and they don't know it, they can block it in that moment before they even answer it. If they happen to get on the phone with someone and that someone is like fishing for the phone number or the social security number, like someone was with my mom the other day, she just had this uneasy feeling, Helen. She's like, you know what, this doesn't feel right. This feels a little off to me. And it just, it made her feel uneasy. So she felt empowered. She pressed that button right there, hung up on them, and allowed them to never, ever get through ever again. Or after the fact, you can go back to the number in your caller ID and you'll be able to block it. You can block a single number right here. You can block a range of numbers. So if you're mad at an entire area code, or maybe, you know, maybe you moved away from there.
I refuse to talk to anybody from fill in the blank. I don't want to upset anyone.
I can't think of a good case for you needing to use that, but it's on here if you need it. And then you can also block an unknown caller ID. So that's a huge one, because if you don't know what that number is.
Do you know what? I'm going to think of a case right now.
Okay, go.
I got my cell phone from a state in a town that I don't live in anymore.
Me too, me too, me too.
Okay, so the area code of my phone is that, and I know every time I get a call from that area code, I know it's a scam.
Yes.
So that would be, I just would block all calls from that area code.
You know why? Because anybody who knows you has your number already.
That's right.
That's right. So they're not going to call you on your home phone.
So that is a good reason.
That is a good case.
Reason to block a area code.
It really is. So that's a great feature. Now, the feature I think I might like the most is that link to cell. So link to cell technology simply means you're going to be able to take two of your cell phones, up to two at a time. You could just do one or do both. And this will wirelessly Bluetooth connect. You can see I've got my two that are connected here, number one, number two. Bluetooth connect to your home phones. So have you ever like forgotten where you put your phone, or you don't know if it's on the charger or in the bottom of your handbag? Take a look at this. My cell phone is ringing right here. Cell phone's ringing right here. And look what's happening. All 5 of my home handsets are ringing. So do you know what I'm going to be able to do? I'm going to be able to pick this up and answer this cell phone call from any of my home handsets. So that is an amazing way for you to now have synergy and connectivity through your home handsets from your cell phone. So what this means is it's like an extension of your cell phones throughout your whole house. So we have our cell phone right in our house. We don't want to carry it around with us. Mine is usually on the charger because the battery is almost always dead by 2 p.m.
Yes, mine too.
It's stuck in my purse somewhere in the bottom of my handbag. With this, it's going to ring all of your home phones whenever your cell phone rings, and then you can answer any of your home phones to take that cell phone call. How cool is that?
It's so cool, and there's so many features. I love that caller ID where it's actually gonna say, like if I'm calling Lori, she doesn't have to, you know, get up, walk across, you know, see wherever, whatever, try to read it. She's gonna hear, you know, Helen Keeney calling. You know, she's gonna actually hear out loud who it is calling. So you're gonna listen to hear who it is, and then even if you're holding the handset in your hand, which you probably will be, and there's actually, I love these, putting it on my little belt loop, or putting it around, like walking around, the clips, you know what I mean? You know, literally hands-free. You can be like, okay, I want to talk to them, or oh, you know what, I'm gonna call, I think I can call them back. It gives you all the control. But there's something about having a landline, Laura. I think a lot of people don't realize they already have a landline.
They do, through the cable company usually.
If you get cable, or internet, you have a landline. It's included. They may say, you could even call them and say, I don't need a landline. I would like to cancel it. They're like, it doesn't matter, it's the same price.
That's probably true.
Because there's no money difference. So you automatically get a landline. Why not plug it in? And if there's something that goes down and they block all the cell phones, they have the technology to do that, they cannot block the landlines.
Wow, okay, so that's a good point. You might already be paying for this. I would just check with your cable provider. But
can I give you an example of when they did that? So my brother is a marithoner, and he ran the Boston Marathon the year there was that bombing.
Oh boy.
And calling, you couldn't call cell phones because the FBI, the government, whatever, they automatically,
shut it down.
For safety reasons, they shut down all the cell phones. I couldn't, in my cell phone, I couldn't call and find out, but my landline could call my sister-in-law's landline, found out my brother's absolutely fine.
Oh my gosh,
you see,
what a relief.
And there's an actual example of when you need a now I'm saying that's an extreme example. That's something that actually happened to me.
Of course.
But it shows the safety of a landline.
It
just
really
to have it, and it's no extra. I'm sure if you have Wi-Fi in your house, or if you have internet, cable, you already have a landline.
You probably already do.
You probably
so this
already
is going to
do.
work with that. And 3 different ways to use this, okay? So you can use this with your landline if you're not interested in using that Bluetooth connectivity. Maybe that's not something you're into or you're worried about. You're gonna be able to use this just as a landline, or you can use it with your Bluetooth enabled cell phone, so as an extension of your cell phones throughout your whole house, or you can use it as a hybrid. So both your landline and your home phones, and your cell phone, and that's exactly what I would do. By the way, listen.
Text message from Dear Husband.
So if you've ever gone to your cell phone and you've missed 60 text messages, someone is blowing up your phone, or you're on a very active thread. We have a vacation coming up with a really fun group of friends, and there is this crazy thread going on, and I will walk over to it and I will have missed 45 messages because my phone is being charged, right?
Right.
With this, it clearly announces exactly who has texted you and that you do have a text message. So now you can walk over to your cell phone and read the message. But how cool is that? And it even showed me which phone it came in on. So I love not only the synergy that you're getting with your cell phone, but if you are just using this as a landline phone, you absolutely are going to love it. You have a phone book built in here, 3,000 names and numbers. You may be asking, why do I need that big of a phone book? Well, if you're the type of person that is always sitting on your cell phone like this, trying to get the phone number out, to type it into your more comfortable home handset, you can actually sync your phone numbers from your cell phone right into your home phone. So whenever you pick up your home phones, you can scroll to any of the phone numbers that you want to call that would have been on your cell phone and use your home phone instead.
But by the way,
How
if you
cool.
are low tech,
Yeah.
you can just plug this in and call people.
And call people.
Because
Old
some people, the smartphone is like, I don't need it, I don't want it, I don't want to
True.
pay for it, this is what I need. 8,800 of these have been sold. We have only 1,400 left, which is maybe, I could tell you how many, maybe 2 presentations. So this is kind of at the end of this quantity. Will we get Panasonic back? I'm sure we will, because it's our #1 seller and most popular. However, we've never done a configuration with this many handsets, 5 of them. And you may say, well, I don't need 5. Well, do you have a kitchen? Do you have a bathroom? Do you have a bedroom? Do you have a living room? Do you have a porch? That's 5 right there. You don't want to, running for the phone is where you trip over the cats. When you run, I to this day, when the phone rings, I think I'm missing something.
Right,
exactly.
exactly.
It was like drilled into me from childhood.
I know, me too.
Right.
And what I love about this system, and we're gonna show it to you here in the video, this is just kind of running through a few of the incredible advanced features. This has voice answer. So if you have a loved one with dexterity issues who can't hold on to the phone, you can just set this phone in its little cradle, which doesn't take up any space at all, just plug it into power, and then you can use your voice to answer the call. See, here she's doing it. She's saying, answer phone. It puts the handset closest to you on speakerphone. So completely hands-free. You can answer and you can have that phone call without even having to touch the phone. So that's another really cool advanced feature that you're getting here. You're also getting 9 speed dials. So 1 through 9 are all of your speed dials.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
If somebody's calling and I know it's a spam call and I want to block them, do I have to answer the phone to block him?
You don't. You can block it as the phone call is coming in. So just tap that button right here. It's gonna come up with its list of
It literally
options.
says call block on it.
And then, yep, call
That's all
blocking.
you do is just push that button.
Push that button, and I just want to block this single number. Select it. It blocks that incoming call. You don't even have to talk to that person. So with that talking caller ID, as it's announcing a number you don't know, block it. You don't even have to answer it. That person will never be able to get through to you ever again. Now, if you happen to answer the call and it's someone who's talking crazy, trying to scam you, got those numbers, they're trying to get more information out of you, they're trying to find out where you live, they're trying to get your credit card number, anything like that, you tap that button right there, it hangs up on them, and they can never get through to you ever again. So this is a really, really great security system for seniors. It's a great idea to be able to stay safe and secure in our homes no matter what our age is, but I love the fact that you don't have to put up with that anymore with the touch of that one
You're right,
button.
this really is for
It's
any
awesome.
age.
It's for everybody, because you can use it in the new modern way of linking it via Bluetooth with your cell phones. You can use it in the old school way, or you can use it as a combination of those 2 ways. So the new plus the old, all represented
Can you use
here.
it as like an intercom? Can you call the other handsets? Like if somebody's upstairs and somebody's downstairs, do you want to say dinner time?
Yeah, you totally can. So your speed dials are right here. There's your intercom. So you can name these. I can intercom to the base or all of the handsets. So you can call the kids. Maybe they're playing in the playroom. Your husband's out in the garage with a handset out there, because of course you have 5, so you can spread these out throughout your entire home. But the intercom alone is super, super helpful.
Well, and what is the range of that intercom?
That range, I mean, it really really depends on how far you are away from your base station, but from 160 to 1,000 feet, you can be away from this base station with these individual
impressive
handsets.
and impressive that you knew that number off the top of your head.
I know these
Both
things.
those things are impressive.
Well, thank you. I mean, home phones.
Because I did not say, here's what I'm going to ask you. I just ask you stuff because you know everything.
Well, thank you. Well, the
You too.
range on this really, really good. But that's one of the things we love too. If you are using this with your cell phone and you have a horrible cell phone signal at your house, you can answer your home phones instead of your cell phone.
Oh my gosh, my brother and sister-in-law live in the middle of the woods. Like they must have shot the Blair Witch Project in their backyard. I mean, but they have the worst cell phone service. Like they're talking, they're about to say something crucial, and then I don't want to say, can you say that again? Because it sounds like sounds like I'm dumb just because I didn't hear
You're
this.
just not paying attention.
I'm not paying attention. It's because they have terrible cell service.
Oh, that's
so. If you live in an area with terrible cell service, please get a landline. $24 is your FlexPay, free shipping and handling, and don't forget about that $40 coupon for the HSN credit card today. This is another great way to use that. Take $40 off of this by getting the HSN card. No annual fee on that. Thank you, Lori. When are you back today?
Thank you. I'll be back next hour with Adam. We've got a Ring video doorbell.
Oh, okay, but not this.
Not this.
Okay.
Nope, not this girl.
All right. Now tell Adam that Aaron Berger was doing a terrible impression of him in the last hour.
I'll tell him.
Make sure you tell him. All right, we're going to take a teeny little